A look at Bidenomics, 20 charts on the road to stagnation. Hello, this is Chart GPT today. There's a note out from I think it's Convoy Investments, and they kind of had a series of charts. You can check out the post link in the description box about different aspects of the Bidenomics, and it kind of shows that we're in this stagnation. At the end of this, we'll give you a little prediction of what we think might happen to the economy going forward. We've done it before, but we'll do it again. So first off, we're going to go through these 20 charts rather rapidly to kind of show that, in fact, that the economy is really going nowhere. First of all, is this GDP chart. It's common in most of the real GDP. That's inflation adjusted, is around 2.5 or a little bit less than. I think it's 2.07 was the last read. And they're putting it down around zero. Let's just call it zero. And so that just kind of shows that the economy is basically flatlining at this point, despite what the Bidenomics folks say that everything's wonderful. But let's go quickly through these charts. And kind of fuzzy here, but you look at capacity utilization near zero and flatlining in here, so it's going nowhere here on business capacity utilization. Industrial production near zero, is flatlining, stagnating. Take a look at total business inventories, year-on-year growth. It's starting to flatline. You kind of have this jiggle joggle. So you see this in all the charts through COVID, but it's going nowhere. Total business sales, it's about a little negative, but basically flatlining. Manufacturing new orders, flatlining near zero. You can see all these are very stagnant here. Commercial bank liabilities, deposits, a little bit negative even, but basically flatlining. Commercial bank assets, residential real estate loans, it had been higher, it's coming off. Looks to even decline, so it's in the downward mode, so the trend is down. CPI has come off to around 3-4%, but again, it's due to the low growth environment. So there's no CPI, which is not necessarily a good thing. Import price index, you can see it's flatlining, so no growth at all. Payrolls kind of had this jiggle joggle through COVID, but it's basically flatlining. So you can see the economy here is flatlining. So all these job openings, it's actually gone a bit negative on year-on-year growth, and so it's basically flatlining. The wage growth has been elevated, but I think on a real-term basis it's near closer to zero, because I don't think that's inflation adjusted. Personal savings rate flatlining. Again, you have this jiggle joggle through the COVID period, but it's flatlining. Commercial bank assets, credit card, it's been high, so people are tapped out and they're spending a lot of money on credit cards, so no growth possibilities there. Housing prices, as you probably know, the indexes in terms of growth rates of near zero. Total federal outlays continues to stay high, so they're not pulling back. In fact, they've risen and continuing to rise, which is not good. And the federal receipts, it's about flatlining. So despite the growth in spending, they are not taking any more money, so that means more deficit spending, of course. We've had articles on that. Federal surpluses or deficits, it's the net of those is negative, so we're not doing well there. And the 19th chart here is government expenditures is continuing to go upward. So all these charts kind of bleed into a story of negativity, the negativity of the economy. And this is the Bidenomics is saying how wonderful it is, but the reality is we're flatlining here, stagnant. We asked the AI, so what's going to get that to change? How are we going to get out of this malaise of negative growth? And of course, it's going to probably require some kind of stimulus or something, which we believe is going to happen, which gets into our predictive model here. It's something we've been talking about here early. We think by the end of towards the end of the year, they're going to start dropping rates to stimulate the economy in time for the U.S. election, and then of course that's going to rekindle the inflation. It's going to probably help the economy, true, but it'll also spike up the CPI back up to where it was before. So this temporary lull in CPI could be temporary, and then once they start reducing rates, which we think they will, into the U.S. elections to get the economy going for obvious reasons politically, And then after that, who knows where we're going in terms of the federal funds rate. So this is kind of where we're at. Bidenomics is a stagnant economy, and it's going nowhere until some kind of stimulus occurs. Or on the contrary, if a black swan event occurs, it could go negative. Give us your opinion. Is the economy can the economy recover and start to grow again, regardless of any stimulus or not? And don't forget to check those post links on the references there. Don't forget to subscribe.